Hello and welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you a stitch for scarves, hats, so many things you can do. The stitch is reversible, one row repeat, goes really fast. For a scarf, for example, I'm using 7.0 millimeter crochet hook, so the hook is quite big. This yarn recommends that I should use 6.0 millimeter crochet hook, but working with this stitch, it's best if you use, let's say, a number or a number and a half bigger. So I will go just with one number bigger. For this stitch, if you are to use for a scarf, I will suggest you use, let's say, a soft yarn. If the yarn is not that soft, maybe you should use two numbers bigger than the crochet hook recommends. Okay, with this stitch you can chain any numbers of chains, odd, even, it doesn't matter. For a scarf you're gonna chain a long chain as long as you want that scarf to be. Depends on your yarn size. You might have to chain, for example, between 180 chains or maybe 200, maybe more, depends how thin or thick is your yarn. So after you chain the length that you want, what we're gonna do, we're gonna skip the first chain, and into the second chain from the hook we're gonna do a single crochet. For a scarf, I will suggest you turn the chain and we're gonna work on the back. So we're gonna skip the first chain and into the second chain from the hook through that bump, and the bump has only one strain of yarn. We're gonna do a single crochet, and this row is gonna be single crochet in each chain. It's a very easy stitch for you guys, the beginners. This will be so easy if you are familiar with some stitches. And like I said, this pattern has only one row repeat, goes really fast. Well, this yarn is not that soft, so I'm using a one number bigger the crochet hook than the yarn recommends. If you want a little bit looser, then use maybe a number and a half bigger the crochet hook. So the last chain, single crochet. Okay, so if you are to do a scarf, you're gonna have to have a long chain. Let's say, depends how long you want the scarf, 180 chains, 200 or more. For this yarn I will not chain more than 180 or 160 because the yarn is quite thick. Okay, now we're gonna chain one, turn your work, and this will be the row that you're gonna repeat until you finish your project. So into the first stitch we're gonna do a single crochet, and now we're gonna do front post single crochet. So you're gonna introduce your hook and you're gonna go around the first stitch, and you're gonna do a front post single crochet, and now you're gonna move to the next stitch and you're gonna do the same, front post single crochet, and move to the next stitch and you place your hook around that stitch and you're gonna do a front post single crochet, and you're gonna do like this in each stitch. I think this is nice. This stitch, it's nice to be worked with a thick yarn, like, well, I don't know, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, or 6 or 7 or more. But if you want to make a rug, for example, or something else, use the same crochet hook number that the yarn recommends. For a scarf, I think it's nice to do somewhat loose. So we have the last stitch in which we're gonna go and do a single crochet into the last stitch. Okay, chain one, turn your work, and you have these V's. So because it's a long chain, when you put your scarf on you, it's gonna be like this. with the V's down. So now you're going to repeat the row. Into the first stitch, single crochet. Don't forget to do this single crochet, otherwise the work is going to go like this. So now we're going to start. In each stitch we're going to do a front post single crochet. So you're going to go around that stitch, do a single crochet, front post, move to the next stitch and do a single crochet, and so on. This is the stitch. Goes really fast. It's easy, it's not complicated, and to do a scarf or even a hat, you will finish in no time. 3-4 hours and you're done with the scarf. Less for a hat. I'm gonna do like this, and then these ridges will be vertical when you put your scarf on you, if you are to chain a long chain. So the last stitch, single crochet, chain one, turn your work, and now we're gonna repeat. So into the first stitch we're gonna do a single crochet, and we're gonna go around the first stitch, and we're gonna do a front post single crochet, and so on. And you will see the ridges. So working with front post, back post, it doesn't matter if it's double crochet or single crochet. We're gonna have to use depends now what you're doing, the project, but you have to use at least a number bigger the crochet hook than the yarn recommends. If you are to make a rug, like I said, use the same crochet number that the yarn recommends, because it's gonna be sturdy. I'm gonna do like this. Go around that, do a front post single crochet, and now in the last one you're gonna do a single crochet, chain one, you're gonna turn your work, and now you're gonna start repeating single crochet first, and then you're gonna do the front post. So these are the ridges, the V's. So because the yarn is quite sturdy and it's hard, maybe 7.5 or maybe 8mm crochet hook will be better for this this yarn to do, if you want a little bit looser. But if you want, for example, with this yarn, a carpet or a rug, use the 6.0, for example, which I recommend. So if you are to use a long chain, when you put the scarf, it's going to be like this. But if you are to chain, I don't know, 20, 22, 24, depends on your yarn size, the V's, they're going to be horizontal. Well, it's up to you. For a scarf, I think you might need, with this stitch, between maybe 280, 300 grams of yarn, if you choose to make it long, or you want to chain, or you want to put some tassels, then maybe 300 grams, you're safe with 300 grams. Yeah? Well, I hope you enjoyed this stitch and give it a try for a scarf. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.